While many people think this story is already over, the truth is far deeper, quieter, and more explosive than what you've seen online. A union that never received a father's blessing, elders making promises they could not keep, and a woman who has already made a decision that one powerful man refuses to accept. This is not just about marriage. It is about control, tradition, pride, and freedom. Behind closed doors, families are clashing, pressure is mounting, and one question is shaking everything: can a woman walk away when her heart is done, even if everyone wants her to stay? Stay with me, because once you hear how this truly unfolded, you will understand why this story refuses to end. Before we continue, if this is your first time here, or you have been watching quietly, pause for 1 second, hit the subscribe button, and turn on your notifications, because stories like this don't end in one episode. Thank you, and God bless you. Now let's continue. As of today, Grandpa is still there. He has not left. He has not stepped back. And no, he is not there on vacation. This is not about rest. This is not about leisure. This is about unfinished business. What many people don't understand is that this issue didn't start yesterday, and it definitely didn't start online. What you're seeing now is only the surface of a much deeper family conflict that has been quietly building for a long time. According to close family conversations, the marriage in question was controversial from the very beginning. Not because of noise, not because of social media, but because it was never fully accepted at home. The father of the bride did not give his blessing. He did not approve. He did not welcome it. And in many cultures, that alone is enough to destabilize any marriage, no matter how powerful or glamorous it looks on the outside. The marriage faced problems early. It broke once. It was patched. It broke again. Each attempt to fix it only revealed deeper cracks, deeper disagreements, and deeper resistance. And now, what we are witnessing is not just a marriage struggling to survive, but families pulling in opposite directions, each holding on to their own beliefs, pride, and expectations. That is why Grandpa is still around. That is why he refuses to step aside. That is why this story is far from over. When the situation became impossible to ignore, two elderly family figures stepped in. Men who believed strongly in settlement, negotiation, and authority. Men raised in a generation where family decisions were final and emotions were secondary. These elders made a promise to Grandpa. They assured him that everything would be resolved, that peace would return, that the marriage would be restored, that the bride would come back. That promise alone kept him hopeful. For a while, there were meetings. There were discussions. There were attempts at mediation. But then reality hit. The elders realized something crucial. No reconciliation could work without the involvement of the bride's father. That was the turning point. When they reached out to the father's side, they were met with silence. Not anger. Not insults. Just quiet refusal. To that family, the marriage was never valid in the first place. Without their blessing, it never crossed the line from proposal to acceptance. In their view, their daughter is not returning to anything because she never truly left. That position shocked the elders. They had assumed that pressure, tradition, and persistence would eventually force compromise. Instead, they encountered firm resolve. And suddenly, the promise they made to Grandpa began to crumble. Now let's talk about the father's position, because this is where the story becomes very emotional. The father made his stance clear. He does not believe in forcing his daughter to remain in a marriage that brings her no peace. Even though he did not support the marriage initially, he respected her decision at the time. And now that she has made a different decision, he is still standing by her. To him, marriage is not a prison sentence. It is not a lifetime punishment. It is not something that must be endured at all costs. He believes that if a woman is unhappy, she has the right to leave. And when she does, she should be welcomed home with dignity, not shame. In his tradition, a daughter who returns from a broken marriage is not mocked or rejected. She is supported. She is protected. She is embraced. This belief directly clashes with another tradition, where a woman is expected to disappear into her husband's home permanently, regardless of what happens there. Two cultures. Two worldviews. One woman caught in the middle. And while discussions continue, one thing has become painfully obvious: her decision is already made. Despite everything, Grandpa refuses to let go. He believes that time will change her mind. That persistence will soften resistance. That influence, pressure, and elders will eventually bring her back. But what he may not realize is that the battle is no longer external. It is internal. Once a person has mentally checked out of a marriage, no amount of meetings or persuasion can reverse that. This situation has moved beyond reconciliation. It has entered the territory of control versus freedom. The longer it drags on, the more damage it causes. Not just emotionally, but socially and reputationally. Families are strained. Tensions are rising. And the silence between conversations is growing louder. What could have ended quietly is now becoming a prolonged struggle, driven not by love, but by refusal to accept reality. Now let me speak plainly. This story is not about age. It is not about wealth. It is not about status. It is about choice. When someone decides they are done, forcing them back only creates resentment. And resentment destroys whatever respect remains. Tradition is meant to guide life, not suffocate it. Marriage is meant to bring peace, not constant tension. If Grandpa truly cares, the most powerful decision now would be to let go. Not in anger. Not in defeat. But in acceptance. Because peace cannot be negotiated into existence when the heart has already moved on. My people, this is my opinion. Everyone is free to think differently. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think he should keep fighting, or should he finally step back? And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. More updates are coming, and you don't want to miss them. This is the GIS Protocol. Thank you for watching.